It seems Meghan Markle has found yet another door closing in her face, this time slammed by none other than Emma Stone. Reports suggest that despite Meghan's repeated attempts to befriend the Oscar-winning actress, Stone has made it clear she wants nothing to do with her, citing Meghan's negative energy. On The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Emma Stone didn't mince words, making subtle yet unmistakable remarks that effectively dismantled Meghan's carefully polished image of charm and compassion. And for once, the Hollywood crowd didn't rush to defend the Duchess. Let's be honest, this isn't about Emma Stone being mean or unwelcoming. This is about Meghan Markle's exhausting pattern of overreaching, overbranding, and overestimating her own appeal. What once appeared as ambition has morphed into a kind of desperate self-promotion that even Hollywood, the land of self-promotion, is starting to find unbearable. Emma Stone's distance isn't cruelty, it's discernment. She's seen enough to know that proximity to Meghan often comes with drama, headlines, and a cloud of controversy that never seems to clear. The Meghan Markle experiment, her attempt to reinvent herself as the modern symbol of grace, feminism, and independence, has curdled into something artificial. Every gesture feels orchestrated, every friendship looks transactional. The tragedy is that Meghan doesn't seem to understand how deeply she's lost the plot. What began as a compelling story of a biracial woman breaking into the world's most rigid royal system has become an endless saga of feuds, complaints, and misunderstandings. And Emma Stone, a woman who has built her career on authenticity and relatability, simply wants no part of it. Emma's quiet rebuke says what many in Hollywood are now thinking: Meghan Markle's energy is draining. She enters spaces not to connect, but to control the narrative. Her friendships feel like campaigns, her conversations like performances. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to remind the world how misunderstood she is. Yet, in doing so, she's crafted an identity defined almost entirely by grievance against the monarchy, the media, the industry, and now, implicitly, her own peers. Emma Stone's choice to keep her distance reflects a fundamental truth about Meghan's downfall: you cannot manufacture sincerity. Meghan has spent years trying to sculpt herself into a global icon of empathy, yet somehow manages to repel the very kind of people who embody it naturally. Emma doesn't need to shout her virtue or broadcast her struggles, she lets her work and her demeanor speak for her. Meghan, on the other hand, won't stop talking long enough for anyone to take her seriously. And the negative energy Emma alludes to isn't hard to spot. Meghan seems perpetually dissatisfied, perpetually wounded. Even moments that should have been triumphs, high-profile interviews, lucrative deals, lavish public appearances, somehow end in tension and backlash. It's as though she feeds on friction, unable to exist without conflict to define her. She claims to seek peace and privacy, yet thrives only when she's at the center of another feud. Emma Stone, with her unshakable calm and no-nonsense reputation, likely recognized that toxicity instantly and chose to opt out. The Hollywood elite, once cautiously curious about Meghan, have grown weary. She was expected to become a kind of transatlantic Oprah in the making, warm, articulate, empowering. Instead, she's turned into a magnet for discord. Deals have faltered, projects have stalled, and alliances have cooled. Now, with Emma Stone's candid dismissal, it's clear that even within the celebrity world, a place famously tolerant of ego and artifice, Meghan's reputation is becoming radioactive. Emma's comments on Colbert carry the kind of effortless sting Meghan herself has never mastered. She didn't need to rant or expose, a few carefully chosen words did the damage. That's the difference between authenticity and artifice. Emma can critique without seeming cruel because her point comes from truth, not bitterness. Meghan, by contrast, tends to mask resentment with righteousness, every failure rebranded as victimhood, every rejection spun as injustice. But when the pattern repeats this often, even the most sympathetic audiences start to see through the performance. The deeper issue here isn't about Emma Stone or even Hollywood's cold shoulder. It's about Meghan's inability to coexist in a world where she isn't adored. She doesn't just want to be included, she wants to dominate every room she walks into, morally and emotionally. Her brand of empowerment demands constant applause, and when that applause fades, she interprets it as betrayal. But real empowerment doesn't require validation from Emma Stone, Taylor Swift, or anyone else. It requires humility, the one trait Meghan Markle seems constitutionally incapable of displaying. Emma's rejection cuts deep because it comes from someone who represents everything Meghan aspires to be: respected, grounded, universally admired without begging for it. Stone doesn't chase the spotlight, it follows her. Meghan, despite years of chasing, can't seem to hold it for long. The irony is painful. The woman who once escaped the monarchy to find her voice now finds herself isolated even among her Hollywood peers. The fairy tale has long since cracked, and what's left is a woman who confuses attention with respect. In the end, Emma Stone didn't destroy Meghan Markle in the sense of launching a public feud. She simply held up a mirror, and Meghan didn't like what she saw. The negative energy Emma referenced isn't just mood or personality, it's the accumulation of years of entitlement disguised as empowerment.